Imagine a moment of absolute stillness when the fiery heart of the solar system, the mother star that has nurtured all things on this planet for over 4 billion years, is abruptly erased from the fabric of space-time without a sound of shattering, without a single omen of demise. According to the fundamental laws of astrophysics, the news of this disappearance is imprisoned by the very limit of the speed of light, meaning that for the next exactly 8 minutes and 20 seconds, 8 billion souls will continue to breathe, hope, and forge their dreams beneath the phantom rays, the final photons of an extinguished reality. That brief interlude is a paradox of staggering cruelty, a world that seemingly still thrives, yet its death sentence has already been executed. Amidst the absolute darkness and the bone-chilling cold of the cosmic abyss waiting to swallow this fragile blue continent, we suddenly realize how profoundly delicate human existence truly is. An entire brilliant civilization is but a colony of bacteria clinging to a speck of damp dust, drifting aimlessly within the storm of nothingness. When the primordial fire of life goes out, stripping away all gravity and light, what destiny awaits the solitary travelers on this vessel called Earth? Welcome to the Cosmic Archivist. Today, we step into a journey to decode an apocalyptic vision. If the sun were to vanish forever, how long could life on Earth endure amidst the endless cosmic night? To comprehend the scale of this tragedy, we must return to the most fundamental principles that have shaped the order of creation. According to Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity, gravity is not an instantaneous connection. It is the consequence of the warping of the space-time tapestry. These gravitational ripples must also bow to the absolute speed limit of the cosmos, the speed of light. Therefore, at the precise moment the final rays of light die out in the sky, the invisible chain anchoring the Earth in its spectacular orbit is officially severed. Without the colossal mass of the sun bending the space around it, our sphere of rock will be flung from the planetary system, hurtling straight into the interstellar abyss at a velocity of roughly 30 kilometers per second. The fragile blue planet officially becomes an aimless exile in the dark universe. On a biological level, the absence of photons will immediately collapse the great photosynthetic engine. The vast flora and the oceans teeming with phytoplankton will cease to respire. But that is merely the opening chapter. No longer warmed by a thermonuclear reactor from a distance of 150 million kilometers, the planet will begin to radiate its meager reserves of thermal energy into the void, approaching absolute zero. Within the first week alone, the global average temperature will plummet uncontrollably below 0 degrees Celsius. The surfaces of the oceans will begin to crystallize into ice, reflecting the cold light of distant stars and locking the continents. In an eternal winter, when the permafrost swallows the entire surface, turning the Earth into a desolate pearl drifting through the cosmic sea of night, conventional wisdom would conclude that life has been utterly forsaken. Yet, it is precisely at this ultimate boundary of extinction that our preconceptions are spectacularly challenged. The crucial mystery lies not on the frozen surface, but hidden tens of kilometers beneath the massive ice sheets. Does life, in its most primordial form, truly require a star to exist? In the abysses of the oceans, where light has never touched, and the pressure is immense enough to crush all human technology, bizarre ecosystems continue to flourish around hydrothermal vents. They operate not on brilliant photons, but on a darker, more primordial source of energy, the radioactive decay of isotopes within the Earth's core. Leading planetary scientists have sketched the portrait of rogue planets, orphan worlds cast out from the harbor of their parent stars. Accordingly, the colossal layer of ice-freezing solid on the surface is not a tomb. Paradoxically, it becomes a perfect thermal insulator, enveloping and confining a kingdom of liquid ocean beneath. In those profound depths, chemosynthetic microorganisms might continue their cycle of proliferation, completely oblivious to the fact that their world is hurtling between galaxies. At terrifying speeds, The Earth, at this moment, resembles a gigantic spacecraft that has lost its sails, yet resiliently maintains its life support through a slowly cooling nuclear reactor at its core. But that internal heat is not infinite. How many millions of years can this deep-sea machine sustain its heartbeat before the core cools completely? And the second law of thermodynamics delivers the final blow that is a blurry frontier where human knowledge can only stand and gaze in awe. If the prospect of these geothermal oases beating a faint rhythm beneath the dark ocean floor holds true, we are forced to confront an even more cruel question. What will be the final chapter for human civilization, those who once proudly reached their telescopes to the very edge of the cosmos will now have to desperately dig deep into the Mother Earth in search of the last remnants of warmth. No more wheat fields rippling in the wind, no more azure skies. The survival of our species will be confined within hermetically sealed subterranean settlements, huddled around nuclear reactors, counting down the time until their fuel is exhausted. We will become exiles on our own homeworld, prisoners of the dark. And up above, the surface of the Earth will transform into a colossal crystal coffin, preserving the greatest marvels of humanity flawlessly beneath the eternal ice. The towering steel spires, the sweeping avenues, and the libraries containing millennia of knowledge all will be frozen into silent monuments as this rogue planet drifts aimlessly through the blazing spiral arms of the Milky Way. It will carry our ruins as a message cast into the void. Perhaps billions of years from now, some advanced civilization will chance upon this frozen sphere. They will pierce through the frigid crust and realize with astonishment, here, amidst the utter harshness of the cosmos, there once existed a species that yearned to reach the stars, yet was ultimately rejected by the very sky itself. A sunless Earth is not necessarily a sudden death, but an agonizingly long hibernation, a testament that the flame of life can shrink itself to be almost invisible, yet still stubbornly resist the grinding gears of entropy. We pose these devastating scenarios not to sow despair, but to reflect upon our own very nature amidst the profound night. The relentless pursuit of seemingly hopeless questions, the boundaries of life, the end of time, or the destiny of worlds is the greatest testament to human intellect. We are stardust endowed with consciousness, the eyes through which the universe contemplates its own beauty and cruelty. Right at this moment, as you listen to these words, the light from the radiant core of the solar system is still enduringly traversing millions of kilometers of frigid space to warm our world. The existence of human civilization upon this precarious harbor is an unprecedented miracle of probability. Every galaxy is like a dust speck in a storm of light, and this small blue planet is but a fragile oasis that creation inadvertently dropped amidst the endless desert of space-time. Cherish every moment spent bathing in that aura, for in this indifferent cosmos, no fire burns forever without eventually fading into embers. If you find resonance in these macroscopic contemplations and wish to continue turning the hidden cosmic chronicles of creation with me, please etch your name into this archive by subscribing to the channel. Your presence is a precious point of light in the journey to decode the grand tapestry of all things. Farewell, and until we meet again, beneath the light of distant stars.